Life After PBS documentary. Today I have director Reed Davenport and producer Colleen Cassingham talking about this captivating Sundance special jury prize winning investigative documentary which explores the complexities of the quality of life for people with disabilities and the right to die. Reed, before we get started, two things, Colleen and Reed. At the 37-minute mark, I had to stop, pull out my Kleenex, because it really got to me, especially at Michael's death. And Reed, I want to say this. You know, we come out of all these Marvel superheroes. We just had Superman this past summer. Reed, you are Superman. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Thank you.
you. Appreciate that.
Reed, tell us about the documentary and of course, your motivation.
Yeah, I found out about the protagonist or the subject of our investigation, Elizabeth Bourbeil, and I found her story and the questions around her story really captivating and really illustrative. Illustrative of the ableism that has permeated society since the beginning of time, and then over the past, since I read about her, I've seen other stories in contemporary time that echoes those questions, and I thought that since we didn't really know what happened to Bouvet, we can't learn anything, and I think the ending of her story, or the present tense of her story, can illustrate um many things about how we treat disabled people today, and perhaps um, can help us avoid mistakes from the past.
Colleen, in watching this, it really exposed a lot of our, yeah. Talk about that a little bit, because you really, I was ready to jump on that one doctor that told Elizabeth that she couldn't. I was like, how dare you? But please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Life After reframes the debate about assisted dying through a disability lens and exposes, among many things, the role that ableism plays um, in all aspects of life, and in our society, including in the way people do and don't receive healthcare in this country. It exposes how legislative loopholes and systemic inequities force disabled people into impossible choices, namely survival or state-sanctioned death. And so it's anchored by the very personal story of Elizabeth Bouvet. And, the film ultimately asks who is truly afforded the means and the right to live.
Reed, one of the things, and Colleen, one of the things that came to me out of this was how precious life is, how beautiful it can be, and how tragic it can be. Reed, you first, and then Colleen, what do you want the audience to take away? Because for me, it was very emotional, very painful, and made me very angry.
I think it's simple. I think that ableism and discrimination against disabled people is um, ubiquitous and is really marginalizing disabled people. It doesn't have to be this way. So it's like society needs to take their foot off of our necks and it really allows, give us opportunities, and it allows us to live the lives of our own choosing.
Yeah, I think it's especially important in this moment where we're seeing a divestment from sort of vital social services, like including Medicaid, a divestment from affording large swaths of people the means to thrive in society. And so I think we hope that this film like galvanizes and mobilizes people to recommit to fighting for those things and to demanding and insisting that everyone is owed dignity and equity.
Again, I've been speaking to director Reed Davenport, producer Colleen Castleworth. We're talking about Life After Death, the PBS documentary. And I will say it again, Reed, you're a Superman. You're a superhero, man, in my line. I appreciate you, man. Colleen, thank you again.
Thank you, James.